So I've been having fun in Chinhae this week, but the entire team and I, we're looking for a little bit of a change of pace for the weekend, so we are heading to Seoul on a high-speed train. So we have a pair of taxis take us to the train station, but none of us speak Korean, so... Alright, so here's the fun part. We are not heading to the train station I thought we're heading to, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so just to let everybody know, we are leaving from Masan Station, so that's where the taxi cab drivers took us. We were finally able to tell them that we're trying to get to Seoul by train. Okay, so we just learned our lesson. Since it's Friday, the earliest train we can get is like at 9:10, so I guess we're eating dinner here tonight. Alright, thanks to a very nice ticket agent, two of us are heading up at 4:11, and then a little after 6, the rest of us are going to head up there. So, not that bad. We're going to run around Masan and try and find some place to eat. I don't know, they just walked in here, I'm following. So we're debating again what we're supposed to do with this food. Now when you get a group of sailors together, there's always going to be that guy. Pepper. Of course he will. Wait. You see, I can't trust you on this one. Don't do it, kid. Don't drink the water. Take the heat. Take the heat. Are they?
It's hot. I can see the steam coming off of it. Delicious.
Our challenge with the chopsticks continued, and it's fun. Some took a little more encouraging than others. You know, I'm recording your chopstick usage.
Why are you recording me?
Because you're the one who's not using chopsticks, that's why.
Alright, now I'm using chopsticks.
Use your chopsticks.
It does.
And some just gave. Lunch is over, and we still have time, so let's go take a look at a coffee shop. Okay, we just destroyed. What did we eat? Beef bulgogi?
Beef bulgogi.
Bulgogi. Bulgogi. Oh, shit. Beef bulgogi. We destroyed that beef bulgogi. We're just about an hour from our train to head up to Seoul. So take a look at the difference here. We both got espressos, okay? Yeah, so he gets his in a neat little cup. I get it in this thing. Alright, so seriously, when I'm on vacation, this is how I like to travel. And I can already tell by how nice this train station is, this is probably going to be a nice ride tonight. These high-speed trains come with a lot of extras like legroom, reclining seats, trays, and even power to keep your toys charged. So I'm just going to sit back, relax, and enjoy the view as it goes by. Except at the next station where the people in front of me decided to pull the blinds down for most of the trip. At least these trains come with free Wi-Fi to keep you occupied. Once we pulled out on the high-speed rails, they opened up the throttle. Alright, so we arrived in Seoul. We're heading for line number 4 of the subway to get us closer to the Dragon Lodge Inn. It was a long trip up from Seoul, so I'm going to have a beer with my sailors, relax a little bit, and fuel up for the adventure tomorrow. Hey guys, we are staying here at the Dragon Hill Lodge, which is one of the Armed Forces recreation centers, and let me tell you, first impressions is wow. But unfortunately, it is also really late at night right now, so doubt I'm going to be getting up for an AM photo shoot. Maybe we'll do it on Sunday, but I'm still going to get up early because we have a lot of city to explore. Hey guys, good morning. We are in Seoul, Korea this morning, trying to make our way to a Buddhist temple, but unfortunately, we're having a subway issue. So we just went to Gwanghwamun or something like that subway station, and absolutely none of the places on the ticket machine matched any place on the subway station route. So we're gonna walk up the Seoul station, try to pick up the subway from there. Alright, so we just got out of the Bangkok station and we're heading to Jogyesa, and that's the temple we're gonna check out today. Well, first impressions, wow. You know, every once in a while you come across a really beautiful place, and I have. Let's start shooting some photos. Obviously, one of the things that's really drawn my attention is the lanterns overhead, and I'm trying to see if there's lights in them. My gosh, there's lights in them, so we'll probably be back here later tonight. But the other thing is, for those of you who are doing stock photography out here, you gotta watch it, because every one of the lanterns has a tag of some type dangling below with foreign writing on them. So what you have to do is you either have to blot out that writing or provide a translation when you upload this, the stock photography market. So I'm trying to select angles and imagery that minimizes the amount of foreign writing on there, so I don't have to do so much post-production work. So if you're going to enter any house of worship, make sure you respect whatever the customs are. Like, for example, here, you need to remove your shoes before entering. And I'm also looking around to see if they have any signs on whether or not they'd prefer images not being taken. So looks like we're good here. So I'm going to give it a few seconds. So inside the temple, it's very beautiful. There are 3 large golden Buddha statues on the altar, and I mean huge, about 2 stories tall. The ceiling are lined with the lanterns we're seeing outside here. But out of respect for the temple's wishes, they don't want photographs, so sorry guys, can't show you the inside.
Mutni bol suga
Hey guys, welcome back to our tour of Seoul, South Korea. I can't even pronounce this place, so I can put a name down here so you can see where we're at. We're gonna go in and tour these palace grounds. Hey guys, when you come inside, look over to the right, you'll see the ticket booth. So that's an interesting development. So apparently foreign tourists are going to be paying an additional fee of some type. Oh well. Alright, so not too bad. Our entry ticket here is only 3,000 won, which is less than $3. So we're going to do this. Alright, so right now the light is very harsh because we're getting closer to the middle of the day. So what I'm doing is I'm focusing on things like detail, and what you're seeing here is repetition, and that's an element that you can add to your travel photography to help make things more interesting, particularly during this time of the day when all the colors are really washed out and kind of bland because of this harsh light. So for the rest of this day, at least until we start getting more towards the golden hour, it's going to be a lot about composition and a lot of details. So inside the throne room, you can definitely feel how it makes some natural air condition. It's very dark in there. It's got a high ceiling, but you can feel the cool air coming out of the building. So guys, I went ahead and put my polarizer on because with this bright light, colors are getting washed out quite a bit. The downside is it does increase my exposure times, and we're shooting inside buildings, so may have to screw it on and screw it off quite a bit as we're touring the palace grounds. But first, let's get something to eat. Alright, so one cool thing is that we have not had a language barrier here. That's pretty awesome. So we're going to try a traditional Korean sweet, which is almost about as heavy as a cotton ball. So we'll see what these are like. Alright, here we go. Yeah, they're, I can't even describe it. It's lightly sweet.
There's sesame seeds on it.
Sesame seeds, okay.
I think. Or something else.
It's like a
coconut?
like an air puffed something. That's why it's so light. Okay, so I'm standing under this tree, and one of the neat things when you travel the world, you see all different kinds of plant and animal life. So again, because we're in this harsh daylight right now, we really can't take those really grand images of the monuments until the sun starts to set. I am looking for stock images, so I'm looking at a potential background here using these leaves hanging down and the light that's passing through them. So let's see what I can get. Let's face it, the peak of the vacation season is really crowded. When you're trying to look for places to take images, that can make it really difficult. But sometimes all you have to do is just walk away, and you can find some solitude. Believe it or not, we are in the same location that we were in the last episode on one of the Royal Palace grounds here in Seoul, Korea. And there was a lot of people here, but look at it now. All we did was walk maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So we're actually in the back of the palace grounds. So there's not a lot of people back here, which is really nice. Ah, beautiful repetition here. I'm going to have to photograph this. Seriously, this is awesome. There's nobody around here. So I'm going to focus on some architectural details and work on collecting more stock photography. I don't know where I'm at right now, but it's loaded with beautiful symmetry and repetition and no tourists. It's always cool to see the traditional architecture of another culture, but it is getting kind of hot out here. So, lucky for us, with the price of admission to the Royal Palaces, we have a ticket into the National Folk Museum of Korea. So this is just a nice place to go, cool off, and actually get to see what life was like in more ancient times here in Korea. Again, that harsh sun is keeping me from taking some amazing images. Look at this, yeah, I know what you would call this behind us, but again, in this harsh light, it's good for YouTube, but not quite for capturing stock images that you're gonna sell. So hopefully, what I'll do is take a look at the website for this place if I ever come back and see if maybe there's a night that they do let you into the grounds. They've got lighting out here, so you never know. Alright, so something I heard people do here, I didn't know how much they do, but a lot. So there's a lot of people who go out and either have or they rent traditional Korean outfits so they can wander around the palace gardens and get pictures. Hey everybody, welcome back. If you've been following us on this tour of Seoul, so we are heading, and I hope I get this right, the Bangkok Chonghong Village. Hang on, I gotta figure this out. Hey everybody, welcome back to this tour of Seoul. If you've been following along, I am spending an entire day trying to visit as much of this amazing city as I can. So we're coming up on lunchtime. We're heading to a place, okay, hang on, let me make this right. It is the Bangkok Hanok Village. Okay, so anyhow, it's supposed to be a very well-preserved village. So we'll see what it looks like here, but we are hungry, so that means we're about to do a foodie episode here. So let's go look for some dumplings. When you travel the world and you order food, you gotta expect it to be just a little bit different. For example, when you order fish in Italy. So my good friend Fernando is with me today, and he found a place on Google that serves dumplings, and that is where we are going. Okay, so it looks like we found the village area. The streets are getting thinner, the architecture's getting cool, and I think we might have found something. We found craft beer. I didn't remember that for later. Okay, so this is one of the areas where I'm thinking I'm going to come back to tonight when I do my nighttime photography. And it's really because the architecture here is very unique, and I'm paying attention to the lighting around here to see if we're going to have good mood type lighting. So we'll see what happens. But I believe we have found the little enclave of Seoul we are looking for. Okay, after weeding through the streets, I think we found the place. I got a feeling this is going to be an adventure. So as you can tell, my microphone came unplugged. What I'm trying to say is that we sat at a table that was meant for a family, not two guys. So they asked us to move to the table along the side of the wall, which makes sense because they only have two tables here to begin with. Wonderful. Oh, it's just wonderful. So the seaweed that's on top of this really makes an incredible flavor in the soup. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. Ooh, spicy, but wonderful. So these are the size of your napkins. So they have them like a Kleenex container up here full of them. Stop in for coffee, I'm good for that. Alright, guess we'll get some coffee. Oh, this looks awesome. Sure, why not? Alright, so this one's called the Globe Coffee Factory that we're in. It looks really cool, so I'm trying an iced chocolate latte. So we'll see how that one goes. Alright, so normally I get my coffee hot, but it's hot out, so I'm gonna get a cold one here. Let's see. Oh god, that's awesome. I like this thing. Look at this iced chocolate latte at the Globe Coffee Factory. Just to forewarn you, some of the streets, they're a little steep. Alright guys, we're going to end our lunchtime here in the Bangkok Hanok Village. Really cool place. That's lots and lots of very old architecture, lots of shops, coffee shops, places to eat. It was awesome. So remember to leave me a few comments of where in Seoul I need to go on my next visit, and stay tuned for more because this adventure is not over. See you next time. Hey guys, welcome back. We are continuing our tour of Seoul today. So we're winding our way through the streets trying to get to the subway so we can head over to the Seoul Tower and see the city from up high. Okay, so we're at the Myeongdong. How you say that? Myeongdong? Myeongdong. Can't say this. So we're at the exit 3 of the Myeongdong subway station. I can't say this. Myeongdong. We're at Myeongdong. Okay, so after you get out of the exit number 3 of the Myeongdong subway station, make a left and head for the Pacific Hotel. Once you get to the Pacific Hotel, follow the street to the right. Okay, without laughing, we are now passing the Dongdu Hotel. This walk is supposed to take you about 10 to 15 minutes to get to the cable car.
It's a little steep.
Oh look, stairs. Alright, so today it's 9,500 won. A little bit of line. So, here's where we're going. And I thought the subway was a tight squeeze. There's a lot of love up here. It's always fun to bump into a little bit of the local culture. We're at the top. So it's a really smoggy day out here today. Really can't see more than a few miles, so kind of bright. This is a huge city. Why not? So waiting for coffee, I completely forgot how long the line can be to get out of tall buildings like this one. It's wrapped all the way around the tower. A lot more love here. Hey everybody, hope you enjoyed this trip up the North Tokyo Tower, but it is time to get back to the hotel. Got to recharge all the batteries because we are going to head back into Seoul tonight to do a little nighttime photography. It's no secret, my favorite way to get around while I'm on vacation is by rail. When you take the train, you get to kick back with lots of space, relax, and enjoy some incredible scenery around you. Sometimes a train can even take you to some epic locations. And, let's face it, they can be luxurious too. Traveling through Switzerland, first class style. But there's also the subway. Now, as you can see, I'm usually not that thrilled to ride the subway. I mean, let's face it, they can be dark, they can be gloomy, but there are some countries that do subways very well. I'm very happy to say that Seoul is one of those cities, and this is how you use the subway in Seoul. One of the most easiest and inexpensive ways to get around Seoul is by subway. If this is your first time going on the subway, don't worry, it's very intuitive here in Seoul. One of the first things you're going to need is a good subway map, and luckily Seoul has their maps in English as well as Korean. Some of these subway stations are really big, so keep an eye on the signage above you so you're always heading towards the right train. Line 4 this way. Turn around. That way. Before you head down onto the platform, you're going to need a ticket, and luckily Seoul uses its technology to let you easily purchase a ticket. As you can see here, all we had to do is select is English. Ours is an S. Samgakji, yep, Samgakji, sure. 4 adults, 1 ticket. Okay. Sweet, alright. Change. Dollars. Okay, got our ticket. Okay, so all I have to do is tap on the proximity card.
Yeah, just like in Japan.
That's how I do it. Usually by the time I get down to the platform, my sense of direction is completely gone. So I need to reference the maps on the wall to make sure I'm heading in the right direction.
Exactly. Not wait and be somewhere across the was it 38 parallel?
Yeah. Yeah. We're not going to North Korea. So there it is. This one's pointing down. We're here, City Hall.
Really?
Gwanghwamun Station right there. Yep, that's how you do it. So hey, it pays to double check these things before you jump on the train. You're going to be wasting a lot of your time. All right, we know the subway's coming because they just started playing the little trumpet music, so here it comes. In Korea, it is a courtesy to stand on the sides of the door when you're going to enter and allow those who are leaving the subway to exit first. Get ready for a crowded ride. Just don't sit in any seats that are reserved for the elderly, injured, or expecting mothers. The monitors above you will display where you're going in English so you know when to get off. Make sure you don't lose that card that you got when you enter the subway because you're going to need it to exit. But don't worry, you're also going to get a little bit of refund from it.
Please redeem.
Okay, after you're done, hit the redeem station. Once you use your card to exit the subway system, look to your left or right. You're going to find a refund machine. When you put your card in there, you're going to get a 500 won refund back. Alright, so we made a little navigational error and didn't pay enough to make it there. So we got to visit the fare adjustment machine. Right, my card's not working. Yeah, it's not.
The card already has entry tag.
Oh, okay. I already had entry. It took my card, but it didn't let me in. Now, every once in a while, a problem will happen. But don't worry. The friendly staff there will help you out. All you have to do is ask for help. Okay, so that's really nice for a guy. Right behind, or right beside the refund machine was an office. So we went in there. Not only did they let us out, we didn't have to pay an additional fare, and we got a refund for the card back. Pay attention to the names of the stations you need to get off on because when it's in a foreign country, it might be a little hard to pronounce their names. And that should take us down south to Jamaja. I think it's 2 more stops. So anyhow, we'll see. Our tickets to Bangkok station. So we're at the Maingong. if you got a little time to spare, you can even do some shopping in here. Tell you what, this place reminds me of Singapore on Burgess Street when I got lost in the mall, but we're actually in the subway station. Photography. It is merely the capturing of light. Most people capture light during the harsh light of day, but photographers, we look for the edges of daylight to capture those spectacular images. Evening has come here in Seoul, and we are heading back out to capture these magical moments. What was once interesting during the day becomes magical at night. What was kind of ordinary during the day can be dreamlike at night. Let's go capture some spectacular images. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Seoul Adventure here. We are heading into the night hours, you can see by the lanterns behind me. So we're about to start our nighttime photography. We're heading back to a Buddhist temple that is full of lanterns, and then we're going to see if we can get to maybe one of the city gates, and then maybe even a night market tonight. So let's go. Alright guys, so here's an extra added bonus. There may be some activity happening at the temple tonight because we think it's Buddha's birthday. So we're hearing things about a block away, so we'll see when we get there. Maybe a little more chaotic than I thought. So yeah, they're definitely setting up for a concert of some type, so yeah, going to have to work this scene a little bit to try and figure out how to capture this moment, possibly without using a tripod. Alright, so something I'm trying to do is keep my tripod legs very condensed in so it doesn't cause a trip hazard for anybody who's here for this festival. One thing I also notice is whenever I point my camera somewhere, it seems like a crowd jumps in front of it to take their pictures with their phones, so yeah, one of the things you gotta love is when people see that you're doing some serious photography and then they stand right in your image. Remember, in low light situations, you need to use a tripod so you have beautifully sharp images. One of the rituals that they're doing here, it looks like, is they're pouring water 3 times on a small Buddha, and this is what they're supposed to say. May I eliminate all evil thoughts, may I cultivate good deeds, and may I help save all living beings. Cool. Alright, so can't forget we're in the blue hour, so before the sky goes completely dark, looked up. Let's see what I get out of this. Night has fallen here in Seoul, and we are going to check out a night market and sample the local cuisine. Nighttime can be a great opportunity for you to not only explore the city, but also take some amazing images. So we're going to go to a night market here in downtown Seoul, right along the main canal. And we're going to be sampling some food. And then, of course, we're going to take off and try and capture one more epic image of the city. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's the finishing touches right there. All right, so I went to teriyaki. We'll see how this goes. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, that's good. What do you think? Good. Oh my god, that's awesome. Street chicken. Street chicken. Got street chicken. It's good. Teriyaki. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up. Alright, next up is lamb. Just a tad. Alright, so here we go. Lamb. And with some, I think, chili, something type of thing. Alright, sure, try.
예, 고맙습니다.
That's good.
Oh, thank you.
Very good. Very good.
드라이스 양념이 굉장히 유명해요.
Wow, that's spicy.
제일 잘 나가는 게 다가나 양하나요.
Totally sample. Good stuff. But wait, our sampling's not done. We gotta get something to drink. Oh yeah, after a day of hiking around and being dehydrated, this lemonade's going down really good. All right, looks like next up, it's gonna be steak. All right, everybody, now that I'm fed, it's time to get some street photography in. And yeah, we're gonna go down to that canal too. This whole display along the waterfront is just truly awesome. I see what looks like a waterfall, so we're gonna go see what we can do with that. Alright guys, so this whole area is really cool, but because of all the people, it really does make shooting stock imagery a little bit difficult. So this is what we're gonna do. It's getting late. We're gonna head up to one of the huge gates here in the city and shoot it at night before we head back to the hotel. So I think first we're gonna get some coffee to keep us going, and then we're gonna get that final shoot in. So let's get going. Alright, so we're here at this gate I still can't pronounce, but it is awesome at night. So got a few challenges here. First of all, I gotta shoot when the cars aren't moving. And I'm up to 5-second exposures right now. The other thing is, this is gonna be a pano, so it's gonna take a couple of them. So this may take a few minutes. Okay, so just like in Singapore, when I was shooting the Chinese temple, right when I finished, they turned off the lights. I got one pano made, and they shut the lights off, so we'll see how it goes. Hey guys, thanks for joining me on this nighttime photography shoot here in Seoul, Korea. It was an awesome night. So do me a favor, guys, click that subscribe button, and again, leave me some comments for the next time I'm back in Seoul. Where do I need to go? But don't worry, we're not done here in Korea. We still have a few more days left, so the adventure continues.